days I was a bogart, ripping the tags off clothes, don't care about the cost. Started the week on 5 bills up, somehow I always end in a loss. And I lie on my CV all of the time, no masters, I was at uni jugging. High grade is what I was around, so I guess that you do get back what you put in. Back in the day I'd run for the bus, no luck, I felt I was stuck in a mud. Growing up I was thinking, where is the love? Nowadays I'm thinking, where is the funds? I can't stop being lost in my dark days. Think I'm stuck between rocks and a hard place. I stay lost trying to see what the stars say. I'm okay but I had me a hard day. I don't want you to follow my footsteps. If you want you can watch on the pathway. If you want I can meet you at halfway. If you do I can meet you at... I can't stop being lost in my dark days. Think I'm stuck between rocks and a hard place. I stay lost trying to see what the stars say. I'm okay but I had me a hard day. I don't want you to follow my footsteps. If you want you can watch on the pathway. If you want I can meet you at halfway. If you do I can meet you at halfway.
These are just a few of my confessions. Praying I can learn a couple lessons from my mistakes. I try to change, but these are just a few of mine. These are just a few of my confessions. Praying I can learn a couple lessons. Though I'm afraid I'll find a way, but these are just a few of my confessions. These are just a few of mine. These are just a few of my confessions. Praying I can learn a couple lessons. Though I'm afraid I'll find a way, but these are just a few of my confessions. These are just a few.
Hey, are we live?
We're bucking Zubies in that late night. I wanna kick back and take flight, but right now I better take time. I'm putting weight up on my waistline. Oh, getting kinda bigger now. All these things I gotta figure out, and I'm so lost now again. I've forgotten again what I should do tomorrow. I'm smoking this loud and my head's feeling hollow. Feel I'm broken again, need to figure this out, and this chance I can't borrow. Wishing tonight and I'm piffing tonight. Path is not easy, I slip and I slide and I'm hurting inside.
Hi.
And I'm falling, not falling, still all in. This life so swings and roundabouts, so if they talk I'll drown them out. It's calling, you're all in, I'll make it there, you never know. Just please pick up your telephone. Baby, come on through it. I wonder what to do. I just wanna make my move. I'm smoking on this.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna be analyzing the Forex markets. More specifically, we're gonna start with the odd CHF pair and then we're gonna head down to gold. We're just doing a casual analysis over the weekend. That's about it. This is nothing exclusive or premium. I'm just here trying out, scouting the trades that I will be taking in the upcoming week. So let's go, I guess.
Tracksuit man bag and I'm out of it. Ain't nobody down in here, I never have a snout with beer. Feel I've never took a day off. You take it out, I take lots. Just watch it's time to straight prop. I'm next to blow, just wait. What?
So if you guys want a breakdown of whatever that happened and how I got to this position, we actually have to go a bit backwards. Let's do this. So how we started was we actually saw a POI, point of interest, in a 4-hour time frame. More specifically, we can see that there's this fair value gap right here. So it caught our eye in the sense that if this was displacement, then this fair value gap, a tap on this fair value gap would lead you to take a target till this point. Fine. But in order for this to work out, we can also see, if you see, right, there's also another fair value gap right here, right? We can see that price has rejected from the 50% before, like price rejected once on tap, and then it rejected again from the 50% of it. So there's a fair value, so it might even mean that we could be bearish, right? So if the higher card rules, then we should be looking at a short trade here, thus invalidating this fair value gap and this target we have. So in order for us to gain more confidence in our entry, we should hop onto a higher time frame, right? So as we can see, when the last week ended, by the time the last week ended, market actually created a fair value gap in the daily time frame. Okay, that's nice. Like, I actually did a top-down analysis, right? That's why I know how to interpret this. But for those of you who weren't here, right? So if we were to take a look at the structure in the daily time frame, we can see that market changed structure at this point when they created a new high right here. But maybe it's still in a bullish momentum and bullish bias based on the weekly or monthly narrative. So let's see where we are based on the weekly and the monthly afterwards. So on the weekly we can see that there's a fair value here off of which price has rejected once, and then the second time it rejected but somewhat closed inside the fair value, but then it rejected promptly. So that could be a good indication that we could be looking to go short. At the same time, we can notice there's been a displacement and a fair value here off of which the market rejected too. Okay, clearly we are still spiraling. So let's hop onto the monthly time frame to get a better understanding. So as we can see on a monthly basis that this was a low created on January 15. Price visited, or rather created a wick below that low around 5 years later, which was March 20. Okay, that's fine. As you can see, market also created a new low around February 24. What caught my eye is below this level there was a lot of liquidity stuck around this level, so market actually created a big wick in this area. Like, remember, this is just a wick and no body closure was here, so this is a clear sign of manipulation, honestly. So what we can really do is, since we recognize a wiki manipulative area on the monthly, we can try confirming that by going down to the weekly. Okay, still the same wick over here, body close here, but the wick was wicked. The liquidity below this point was all wicked off. Fine, let's hop into the daily. Still the same. So this might as well, in my eyes, be a very good reversal pattern. Market swept all this liquidity with this wick down here. It was a manipulation, and then immediately market changed structure. Like, market retraced up and then changed structure to the upside. So based on that, if we have a bullish narrative, right? What caught my eyes for this bullish narrative was, let's narrow this down to where it got rejected, okay? Not all the way. Okay, what caught my eye was, if we're looking to go bullish, if there is going to be a change of character from all of this, right? Then actually, there's a fair value right here. Like, I'm not even telling you to go bullish all the way till here, okay? We're not expecting a new high to be formed, but in the lower time frame narrative, if market is to retrace deeper into this, and honestly I am bullish till the point of reaching this point, but let's go slowly at a time. So for instance, right now what am I gonna do is, there's a weekly fair value gap right here, off of which I saw market rejecting 1 week, and then the next week it also rejected and closed above. What we can do is take a closer look into the daily time frame to see if the rejections are valid, right? So we can clearly see that there's this weekly fair value that market came into over here, right? Weekly fair value that market came into, market rejected off of it and then closed above. We can also see there's a daily fair value over here. Let's just see the narrative off of it. We're not taking this to be so important since market already rejected off of the weekly. But the narrative here was, market also rejected thrice from the daily fair value. Okay, so that's a good bullish momentum. Since we know that market has been reacting off of the 1 week and the 1 day fair value, we can actually put our target over here. Wait. Yeah, we can put our target over here, okay? So this could be our weekly target. And then we also, off of this daily fair value, we have this daily target as well. Okay. Okay, so we can clearly see the narrative right now. Let's put this aside for a while. Market reacted off of the weekly fair value, and then there was this daily fair value as well. Market reacted off of it again. Fine. At the same time, we can see that market created a fair value in the daily time frame, in the recent time frame. So I would say if market were to give a push, it would be right here, right now. Because let's stack some confluences. We can also see market displaced to the downside, right? But if you were to check for confluences, we can see that market rejected off of it once and then headed back into it. It still rejected off of the 50%. It closed below and then it came back up. We can see market violated the whole fair value but still closed below that. The reasoning could be that it's still trying to go for that daily fair value before taking the full swing, and in order for us to confirm that, we actually had to hop down to the 4-hour time frame, right? Because we can see in the 4-hour time frame, market has been displacing above. Like you can easily see the volume and the intensity, the volatility that market carried all the way up here. In the 4-hour time frame, market rejected the fair value once, it closed above, but still rejected fiercely below it. But this time around, market closed above and fairly above for the 1 day fair value. Right? So yeah, I think we can use that as a confirmation, and also the fact that market tapped into this 4-hour and then went for the high, came back again. Why? Because market created a daily fair value. So now what we can expect is market to come down to this. Wait, let me just scale back this 4-hour, yeah, because it's already used up, right? Now what we can go for is a tap on this fair value, right? An entry on the tap of this fair value, and our stop loss right here. At the same time, we can actually go ahead and target the weekly high, weekly target I mean. So that's an easy 3.72 trade. However, you know how the game is. You can actually go ahead and take trades on a shorter time frame. It could pose to be much profitable for you. So what are we on right now? Since we see that market rejected off of the weekly fair value, now we need to look for a displacement in the daily time frame. So after it rejected from this point, this is somewhat a displacement if you look at the lower time frame and also consider that a fair value was formed. However, it doesn't look the part because you can see a very bullish candle taking up a lot of liquidity. However, this bullish candle right here, it took out this liquidity and this liquidity as well. So I will hold this to be valid. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mark this daily fair value, and then we're gonna hop down to the 4-hour and wait for a tap of this fair value. Okay, after the daily fair value is tapped, then we can actually go ahead. After this daily fair value is tapped, then we can actually go ahead and wait for a similar structure, similar push to be given on the 4-hour, and then a fair value gap to be created. After which we will trade back into the fair value gap on the 4-hour, and you can take a similar entry like this on the 4-hour. For that, you'd have to wait a while. So honestly, what I would prefer is take a trade when it trades into the daily fair value, and then wait for further confirmation on lower time frame. Got it? Yeah, it's a lot to take in, but I hope you guys can see. Let me just put some markings on everything, right?
And I once had a
That way
girl, but
it's
she
easier
wasn't the one.
to
She don't understand my
distinguish.
lifestyle. Woke up from a dream that told me if you don't listen, then you're gonna find out. I read so many scriptures and fuck bitches, and now I need a timeout.
Our
Got
weekly
so
fair
many
value is gonna
problems,
be
so nonsense,
orange
and now
box.
I'm gonna slide out. Put back the car seat, babe, it's a 4x4. Let's check out the new suspension. Got top on
That's
the
our weekly
M-way.
fair
No
value.
way, I'm vexed if I miss
Then
this
let's
exit.
hop
If
on
you
to
can
the
hold me
daily.
down, then cool. Okay,
We
I'll
have
pop
our
her the
daily fair
question.
value right
So
here.
long, I'd
We
give
can
her my
paint the
pension. Am I
daily with
okay?
purple.
Okay. Put back the car seat, babe,
Let's
it's a
put some
4x4.
more
Let's check out the new
color behind
suspension.
that.
Got top on the M-way. No
Okay,
way, I'm
this is our
vexed if I miss
daily.
this exit. If she can hold me down, then cool. Okay, I'll pop her the question. So long, I'd give her my pension. Am I okay?
So
Okay,
daily fair
okay.
value. This is also our daily fair value. Daily bearish fair value. Okay, at the same time we have another daily fair value over here. Daily fair value gap. And actually then move ahead. This was just a manipulation zone, so we can mark it red.
I need peas, not dinner with Jay-Z. Broke too long, I don't
yeah,
need
then
advice.
wait,
Been trying to get
what
right
is
for
this
time,
fair
but the
value? I
streets
think
are
this
full
is
of
of
rats
the
and
daily.
mice. Maybe I need
No,
stacks
I
of
think
cider,
it's of the
maybe I need
weekly
the
or the
actual
monthly.
life,
Yeah,
maybe
weekly.
I've been tapped for
We can
time,
color this
maybe
orange.
I'm the actual guy. My dog's in Cali trying to pattern a
This
postal,
is
lost his pack, now he's getting
weekly
emotional.
bearish.
I was broke, but still I was hopeful. If you
VG.
get down, just drop me a phone call, maybe I need stacks of
We're gonna
cider,
label the
maybe
ones
I need the
bearish,
actual
which
wife,
are
maybe
anti-bias. Like we're gonna label bullish or bearish based on if it's opposed to our bias. So if it's for our bias, we're just gonna leave it for value gap. If it's against our bias, we're gonna go ahead and label that. If it's a bullish or a bearish for value. Okay, we have those labeled out. We're gonna hop down to the 4 hour. We have one right here on the 4 hour. Let's label that green.
Way too conscious
And
it
it's
feels
the
awful.
4 hour.
Telling the world our blow been manifesting before I was even a man.
Right?
Shit isn't easy,
Yeah.
but it will all
So
work
I
out
don't
if you
want
can
you to
stick
mess
the
things
plan.
up,
I try
okay?
most people
Because
around me
we're
frequently,
marking
but
these
some just
levels
won't
out, the
understand.
weekly,
Sometimes
the
you find some help from above,
the
but all
daily,
you need is in
to
the palm of your hand.
somewhat
Give
keep
up
them
more
in
than I
mind,
receive.
keep them in our
Until if I'm
range
just
when we're
finding
doing
peace in success,
live
this
market
is really
analysis.
free.
We're
You
reading
find
price
things that I don't
action,
really
right?
do. You won't find
Because
out all your true
these
potential
kind
if you
of
just
information in
never
the
believe.
daily fair value,
Make
price
me
tapped
easier
and then
my life.
retraced,
I
these
dropped
kind
out,
of
my mum was
information
relieved.
can
I
be
need
found
peas,
on the
not dinner
4
with
hour.
Jay-Z. Broke
If you
too long,
don't
I
have the
need
labels
advice. Been trying to
marked
get
out
right for time,
from
but the streets
higher
are full
time
of
frame,
rats and mice.
in essence
Maybe
that's
I
where
need
you're
stacks of cider,
conducting
maybe I
high
need the
time frame
actual
analysis,
wife,
right?
maybe
Top
I've been
down.
tapped for time, or maybe I'm the
Okay,
actual guy. My dog's in Cali trying to
4
pattern a
hours
postal,
marked
lost
out
his
right
pack, now he's
there.
getting emotional.
Market
I was
actually
broke, but
see
still
what
I was
happened here.
hopeful. If you
Market
get
actually
down,
tapped
just
the
drop me
4
a
hour
phone
and
call,
then
maybe
gave a
I need
short
stacks
term
of cider,
target.
maybe I need the
However,
actual wife,
market is gonna
maybe
come
I've
down
been tapped for
again.
time,
You
or
grab some
maybe
liquidity
I'm the
here
actual guy.
and created a daily fair value. After the liquidity, what it's gonna generally go for is the fair value. So market grab liquidity, is coming back for the fair value. You can take an entry based on the fair value. If you're a safe trader, you can actually go ahead and cap some of your profits, like take partials at the daily target, but nevertheless off of the daily entry and a stop below the low, we actually will be targeting the weekly high. So you can go ahead and take one of your targets at the daily high, and we can do one for the weekly high. You know what?
First name, I don't
let's not
remember,
name them
so don't rush
targets,
when I
let's
call
call
you
them
babe.
highs.
Hey, I'm your Superman, so if I
So
pull
this
up,
is
I'll
actually
save the
the
day.
weekly
Got
high,
two Z's in the glove compartment. If I
and
get
this
pulled, I'll
right
take his
here
chain.
is our daily
If I
high.
double this pack and I make it back, I'll make it rain. She gave me top, I'll return to sender, gentleman.
So you could actually
Not a
go ahead and
pretender,
use
told her
them as
twice,
your
I like
targets,
eyes,
right?
but what's your name? I don't remember. Out all night still trying to get paid from an iPhone 8
Give
and
me
a
a
couple
sec.
of members. What's the agenda? It's my world and you are the center. Might go central, hop on the northern line from
Okay.
Barnet, I won't be long.
So that
Said
is
I'm a
our
spoiler
trade
when I
setup
get
for
there,
the
but I could
upcoming
be
week,
wrong.
I
I'd
guess.
light up when she saw
Based
my
off
drip
of
and her dress comes off
odd
when I play my song.
CHF, this is what we're
Took a
looking to
walk
trade
round
in the
corner,
upcoming
first
week.
day, man, you can't go wrong. Foreign thing.
We also
Don't
have
speak
our
English,
pair of
Singapore,
interests
our
on the
time just
USDJPY.
Born in Texas,
Additionally,
give me
we
the
have
hit when she
our
hits her
classic
bum.
gold
Extra creep,
pair.
so bell in her line,
You know
I'll
what,
give
we
him
can
a
actually
pussy,
go
what he's on.
ahead
I don't like drama, I got
and
trauma. Let me light this spliff for my day goes on.
change the
First
setup
name,
to
I don't remember,
2024.
so don't blush when I call you bae. Hey, I'm your
On
Superman, so
CHF,
if I pull
right.
up, I'll save the day.
Give me
Got
1
two Z's in
second,
the glove
guys.
compartment. If I
We
get
have
pulled,
to
I'll
sort
take a
our
chase.
pairs.
If I double this pack and I make it back, I'll make it rain. She gave me top, I'll return to sender, gentleman. Not a pretender.
Forex.com seems to be stacked. But what's your name? I was actually doing this analysis right here, right? So from the starting of October, like the last quarter of the year, market actually had a 20-day target and a 40-day target, also 60-day target, right? But like market actually gave the 20 and the 40-day targets within a matter of the first 20 days of the quarter. So I can't imagine what's gonna happen next. However, we would expect a pullback, honestly, because market actually gave out 2 months worth of target in a matter of a month, less than a month. So you would expect some retracement throughout the next month, I guess, and then a further surge in volume till we hit our highest target, right? Anywho, we're gonna take a look at this some other time, I'm hoping. I'm just gonna sort my chart out for now. Yes, this looks good.
It's my world and you are the center.
Actually haven't done a bit of analysis on this for a while now, but I will be right back, guys. Like, I just want you guys to take this in, take the information shown here in, okay? Take the info in and then see what you guys can make of it. Like, can you guys take some ideas, inspiration, and see if you guys can do something with this? I mean, this is I'm calling out the market, live market for the upcoming week. Like, I'm not calling out as it is that in the next week it has to hit the fair value. No, I'm saying this is my POI. I will be waiting for market to retrace to this point at any point in time, but in the upcoming week I will be closely monitoring this value for an entry. That's about it. As you can see, weekly fair value, weekly, daily, and we have our daily, we have our weekly high, very fair values in between. See what you can make of this, okay? Just leave this as it is, and be right back, guys.
How can I forget? Ordered aloud in between my legs. Fuck it, if I see lights I'm ducking. If we get pulled, she don't know nothing. Got weed in my bag and got peas in my bank. And I'm lean, no reason to rant. I'm a reasonable man, I like big breasts and peas in my hand. And don't be offended if I hang out car bros on the phone and he's in a can. Baby, I'm always DND and I smoke loud packs that are TNT. Said that she set up an OnlyFans and wanna put me on a DVD. Hit one time, BRB, I'm a social guy, you can meet my team. Baby, I'm not gonna buy you flowers, name's Artan, you should be RD, yeah. On the M-way now, I'm chilling, I'm cruising. I'm so used to the game, nowadays, I don't care about losing. I'm just zooting, bro got the and he's feeling like Putin. Got 2 bad bees in my ride, only problem I've got is choosing. No way, no way, no way, that's fed. How can I forget? Ordered aloud in between my legs. Fuck it, if I see lights I'm ducking. If we get pulled, she don't know nothing. Stuck in the studio, 4 hours deep, 2 zoots in the ashtray and not 1 bar yet. Spend racks and racks on my videos, I gotta tell mum that I'm still not a star yet. Sky's the limit, stars are the target, investing in stocks and I take out the margins. Don't think I'm religious, still looking for profits to get rich, but what are the chances? I like ice and VVs too, can't leave stews with a meaty tune. I got beef for association, bro said a while out if it's easy as use. Can't stress though, I'm living my life still. I check with my lawyer, I'm signing the right deal. Put on my geezer voice on the phone, I adapt all the time to the sitch car, I'm real. Can't act like I made it, lost my whole bag and I stacked it for ages. Looked to the heavens like God, what you saying my bro? Can't tell if I'm tapped to your racist. Looked at the sky like, what's with the karma? In a war but I lost all the armor. On the gram everybody's got drip nowadays, but they must have all got it from Klarna. Yeah, on the M-way now I'm chilling, I'm cruising. I'm so used to the game, nowadays I don't care about losing. I'm just zooting, bro got the and he's feeling like Putin. Got 2 bad bees in my ride, only problem I've got is choosing. No way, no way, no way, that's fed. How can I forget? Ordered aloud in between my legs. Fuck it, if I see lights I'm ducking. If we get pulled, she don't know nothing.
No, she don't know nothing.
Got a link in, bro, met her at the ball ring. She'd be a 10 if it weren't for the accent. If you're wondering what's the attraction, babe, spin round and show 'em the mad thing. I'm a simple man, I'm a London boy, drink Henny and mix with cola. Day off, of course I'm not sober, just call roll out. What's the vibe? What's the agenda? Been high since like November. I like my things nice and slender. Said that we met, I don't quite remember. I don't remember what's the agenda. Been high since like November. I like my things nice and slender. Said that we met, I don't quite remember. I don't remember.
I don't let my girl too slender. Need them cheeks that return to sender. Pull up with a bitch that's down to earth, wind fire like September. Shorty got ass, needs suspenders. Hit a little backstroke, now I'm a swimmer. Came for the wood and the bitch said timber. Left for the splinter. Got a link in Texas, she could be a 10 if she just got tested. I don't trust these hoes, up until then I'ma fuck my exes. But if I feel reckless, check my DMs, fill my guest list. Wake up at a London ting, she my English breakfast.
Got a link in, bro, met her at the ball ring. She'd be a 10 if it weren't for the accent. If you're wondering what's the attraction, babe, spin round and show 'em the mad thing. I'm a simple man, I'm a London boy, drink Henny and mix with cola. Day off, of course I'm not sober, just call roll out.
What's the vibe? What's the agenda?
Been high since like November. I like my things nice and slender. Said that we met, I don't quite remember. I don't remember what's the agenda. Been high since like November. I like my things nice and slender. Said that we met, I don't quite remember. I don't remember. I got a thing for a single mum, so I hit gravy. Now he's showing me all his selection. She said that I'd be a 10 if I text her back and I use some protection. Said don't judge me, I've got a man, but I don't have any objection. From deep south, but gravy same.
Careful with a girl from Texas. Gotta move swiftly, girls from the south get a little bit shifty. I don't like fake hoes, I'ma just lay low, sit back, sip my whiskey. Slide through the East Coast, got a few freak hoes, NYC get frisky. I'ma get you laced if you slide through the States, cause gravy ran through all 50.
Got a link in, bro, met her at the ball ring. She'd be a 10 if it weren't for the accent. If you're wondering what's the attraction, babe, spin round and show 'em the mad thing.
I'm a simple man, I'm an icy boy, I was born in Minnesota. I'm in London, no I ain't sober, hit my dog like what's the vibe, what's the agenda?
Been high since like November. I like my things nice and slender. Said that we met, I don't quite remember. I don't remember what's the agenda.
I've been turned up through December. I don't like my girl too slender. Booty so mad that I lost my temper,
Benji.
Dash 10 toes, skate on your block with smoke.
What?
But I've been with the pole, beat easy as she rolls.
What?
Big cats. Come on.
Oh, damn, I can't even.
The weather cold, the weather so chill, chilly, willy, penguin feathered road. Cause I'm sipping pro, yeah, that meth is pro. Promethazine, yeah, stepping stone. Oh, they acting up, get your weapons wrong. They only killing time, another second gone. I heard your man at home, now you melatonin, but you acting young.
And you hella grown.
So we're back. Let's tone down the music by a bit because it sounds a bit too high. Or what I could actually do is I can go ahead to OBS and trim down the noise a bit. I guess that should do. Yeah, that should do the trick. Alright. Let's dive back into the charts. As we can see, we are already analyzed and we have a plausible bias on odds future for the upcoming week. We can actually further go ahead and take a look at the 1 hour to see what's going on there. We can clearly see no present fair values in the 1 hour time frame based off of our POI, daily fair value. So we can really go ahead and wait for a retracement to the daily fair value on the daily fair value. You don't need to watch any specific time frames. However, what you could do is Once price reaches this fair value and reacts off of it, you can watch the 4-hour or even the 1-hour to see the candle reactions inside the fair value. That would help you further confirm things. And as I mentioned before, right, that after price rejects off of this daily fair value, it's gonna create a displacement on the 4-hour and a fair value as well. You can also trade that fair value. So for instance, this could be one of the hypotheses, like price trades into the daily fair value and then it rejects off of it, creating a fair value right here, right? Where's my box? Price could create a fair value right here, and then you could actually be looking to trade this fair value with a stop around here all the way to our weekly high, right? So yeah, essentially that would, from a risk to reward of 1:3, that could scale your risk to reward all the way up to 1:12. But that's the point, you get it, right? Waiting for lower time frame confirmation and trading off of that can only increase your risk to reward based off of a higher time frame narrative, which is our weekly high right here, which we're trying to get to. Let's try some IPTA quarterly target levels on this and see if things align based off of that. Where's the starting of the quarter? It's right here, right? So let's take 20 bars. Yeah. Then we have 40 bars right here. 40 bars. So we can go for 60 bars. Okay, the same on the other side. $20 bars. 40 bars. Then we have our 60 bars. As we can see, so if this is our middle line, right, starting of October, let's put a line over here. This is our starting line. Let's paint it black. Okay, as we can see that for our 20-day target, right, our target was actually this level over here. This is our 20. In the last 20 days, this was the high that we could be targeting if we are bullish from October 1st. But as we can see, it actually gave this target before we reached October 1st. Let's go for the 40-day target then. The 40-day target was also apparently reached before we got to that. Then we're gonna be looking to trade the 60-day target, which clearly gives us this high as a target. Like I mentioned, I would honestly be going bullish till this weekly high, till this point, right? Because we would be looking to create a change of character, a break of structure, because we are actually at a point of demand on the monthly. As you can see, market has never traded this low, and the last time it did, like, it wicked off, and then this time around it also wicked off. And as we can see, after market wicks some liquidity, it actually retraces till the last high, if not through it. Like, it almost traded the traded all the way to the breaker block, right? So, but it didn't quite take the high. But if a reversal were to occur, then we can expect the last high to be taken out. Let's see where that high is on the weekly. It's actually this high right here, which on the monthly, if we were to take a look at it, right? Let's see. On the monthly time frame, it's actually this high right here. It's not even that much of a change. Like, we're not even trying to change structure on the monthly. We're just trying to trade all the way up till the last high. Be very careful, guys, when analyzing the markets, okay? Because as we can see, there is actually a monthly fair value over here as well. Let's mark that yellow and give the name monthly fair value gap. Let's see how market actually reacted on the weekly based off of this monthly fair value. Market rejected it. Okay, now that's a bad sign. Let's see the daily. Yeah, when market traded back into this zone, they closed above the 50 on the 1 hour, but still rejected off of the opening of the fair value. We traded below, displacing downwards. Yeah, that actually gives us a bearish bias off of the monthly fair value. But like I mentioned, and remember, we're actually going off of the monthly narrative where we saw this wick, a manipulation. It's a form of manipulation. So we're actually gonna wait for. We're actually still bullish. That's all I'm trying to say. Because on the weekly and on the daily, look, on the weekly market actually has created new highs. On the daily, after this rejected, on the daily, market did create new highs as well. And we are actually waiting for market to create another new high so that we can change structure. We can change structure on the weekly. For starters, let's just go off of this weekly target, and once this is met and we see new formation of structure, new price action, then we can anticipate going all the way up here. That's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Just give me 1 minute. We're gonna dive into gold right now. Alright, let's hop on to gold. So today what we're actually gonna do is on gold, right? There's two approaches we can take. So there are things that some things that I wanna back test, right? So one is we back test the daily, weekly, and then lower time frame displacement theory. That's one route that we can take, and also we also have this other one where we analyze our very own gold strat on the quarter, on different quarters over the last 4 years. This actually sounds a bit more appealing to me, so we're just gonna go ahead and check if we have the data for it. Okay, let's see if we have the data for it, then we can go ahead from there. Should I get rid of all my drawings right here? I really don't, man. These mean a bit to me. Okay, I don't think we need to do that as well. Let's go ahead with some vertical lines. Let's get rid of these first. It's written here, OV. Okay, let's not sweat it here. What we're actually gonna do is mark the starting of each year, from this year all the way back to 2020. This was the starting of this year. This is the starting of last year. The starting of the year before that. And the last one. Okay, we have 4 years worth of data right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What we're gonna actually do is we're gonna analyze, or rather test. Let's mark this as green, which indicates the start of the quarter. Then we're just gonna take one quarter from January, February, March. So all the way till the end of March or the beginning of April. We're gonna mark this as red. That's where our backtesting ends. Again, here, this is starting of the year. We will be starting from the second quarter, which is the starting of April. And we're gonna end our test in the April, May, June. So, end of June and starting of July. Okay. That's our sample size, and then the year before that, July, starting July, we will be ending July, August, September, end of September and starting of October. End of September and the starting of October. That's our red right there. Okay, now the year prior to that, we will be taking only the last quarter. So starting of October, it's our starting point. And then end of December or starting of Jan, that's gonna be our red. Alright, so we have our sample size for from the last 4 years. What we can actually do is we're gonna start analyzing in like a couple of minutes. So just give me a while, okay? Be there.
Yo, Grandad, I need you on flight 504 to Paris as soon as possible. I've lined us up something very special. I'll see you soon.
Just give me a short while, guys, and we'll get started with the testing. So, I'm guessing we chose to go ahead with the second one. We analyze our gold strat on different quarters over the last 4 years. We actually chose to focus on this as the market will be opening tomorrow, and we will be looking to trade gold on the same strat, the gold strat that we invented. So yeah, since we're gonna be testing that on live markets, I actually do have the data for this gold strat based on 2024, right? All the way from July all the way till date. I have the strategy tested, but there are still some refinements left to be done, based off of which I actually did trade the last week. I got some insights and I traded them last week and I did get some results. But now we will be looking to further strengthen the strategy. So that's why we need to dive into the lower time frame. What we can actually do is look if we have data till this further back on the 15-minute. Okay, let's try this. This is our first one, right? Let's replay all the way till here. 4-hour time frame. Let's see if we can find it on the 15. Fingers crossed. We actually do not have the data on the 15. That sucks, man. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Like, even if we can't go back this far back in time, Let's see if we can do the year prior to that. Not prior, rather after. We can't do that either. Let's see if we can do the one which happened last year. I think we should be able to do this. It's right here, right? 1, 2. That's right here actually. Okay, I think we should be able to get this. Yep, we got it. Alright, let's take it back. Okay, starting from the second quarter of 2023, starting April, we actually do have 1st of April right here. Let's pull back our chart from the 1st of April. Yeah, it started here. Let's pull back the chart right here. Okay, so there are a few things that we will be focusing on for this strategy to work out. We will actually have our sessions pulled out. At the same time, we will be looking at the sessions. So the first session indicator that I pulled out, it's actually a custom time frame of mine. Okay, so this is supposed to be, supposedly this is the Asian range. Okay, based on a YouTuber, Casper, based on his time frame. No, I don't think this was Casper. This was actually one of ICT students, and he was talking about the Judas swing. So I actually only took the time frame he considered as the Asian range for this. So this box represents the Asian range for me, or my own custom price range, right? Okay, putting that aside, the second indicator we have pulled out, this is the session indicator. This actually shows you the white part is the Asian session, the starting of blue is the starting of London, and then this part indicates the starting of New York. So this is where London ends and this is where New York ends. We just have those marked out so we can notice any relevance. Okay, so let's get started with our back test. We essentially want an Asian range to form in the next day, and then we will wait for a manipulation or a break of the Asian range for our strategy to be active. So look right here, the Asian range ended and it formed from here all the way down here. Now all we gotta do, we're gonna set some alerts right here, right? If you're watching the live market, you're gonna set one alert right here, another alert right here. Then we're just gonna wait for price to break through one of the extremes. Okay, we actually do have a break right here. This is a discretionary method that I came up with, whereas you can identify upon the break what kind of a POI you're gonna be looking to trade. Okay, POI being point of interest. So honestly, based on this classification, I would be going to trade a fair value gap. Okay, as we can see, there aren't any fair value gap, new fair value gaps being formed. So there's two types of fair value gap we can trade right here. One is a post fair value gap. That means if the market creates a fair value, look, there's a fair value right here, right? Okay, so if market creates a fair value, we are going to be looking to trade this fair value. At the same time, we will also have a pre-fair value, so we can see that market had a fair value. Like, we're gonna look to the extreme of the fair value, so we can see that there's a fair value right here. So these are our two POIs for the day. We can trade this one. Stop loss right here. Our take profit will always be either 50 pips or 1:1. Okay, always it's either a 50 pip or a 1:1 trade. So that's one of our trades, and this is another one. Let's see, 50 or 1:1. So this is above 1:1 and this is also above 1:1. Okay, let's see which one plays out when. Let's see if market taps into this on the next candle. Yep, they did. Let's see if market respects our stop loss, at the same time giving us our profit. Boom, we got that. Okay, since honestly, just because one of our POIs got respected and hit our TB doesn't mean we will invalidate the entry prior to that, okay? And at the same time, you should understand that a break of this region only means that we're looking to trade on the upside. That means any POI on the downside, any valid POI on the downside will actually remain valid. For instance, we actually have this order block right here, right? So we actually will be taking that order block for another one of our entries, points of interest, right? Then we will be targeting either 50 pips or 1:1. Okay, we're going for a 1:1 this time. Yeah, okay. Just add a 2 right here. Perfect, 1:1. Okay, we're just gonna hold those levels and see how market reacts next. Ooh, market do be reacting. So, look what's happening right here. We can clearly see that market's heading like, let's rewind this a bit. So we actually have some POIs on the downside. That means we are expecting market to trade down. As we can see, market has been trading up for a while now, but in order for market to trade down into our POIs, we actually need another point of interest or a target to be met on the upside, so from where the market will actually trade to the downside, right? For that, we will actually be looking at this order block right here. This caught my eye, right? So this is a very good POI, I would say. What we can actually do, like, I'm actually giving you things that you can do off of the face value off of this POIs. You can do much more with them, okay? But based off of the face value, just solely off of that, you can actually go ahead and take a trade right here. Keep in mind, I never tested my strategy on this specific quarter of this year. This is all new for me, okay? I'm just testing the model as it is and based on my insights and everything. Based off of this, I intend to further refine my strategy, okay? Alright, just give me one sec, guys. Okay, let's continue. So we actually would look to trade. Yeah, we actually took another trade right here. So let's see how this plays out. At the same time, we know that we will be trading down to this point at some point, right? So we can actually go ahead and tweak our take profit all the way till this zone. This is me being a bit optimistic, but let's hope this works. Let's see. As we can see, market traded into the order block. Okay, it faced some rejection of these fair value right here. Like, let's see if it was the 50% of the swing, right? So this was the swing. No, it didn't reach 50% yet. Okay, let's keep looking. Ooh, market actually traded beyond the 50% of this order block. Not to worry, our stop hasn't been triggered yet. Okay, never mind. We got stopped out on that. So as we can see, if we don't have a clear POI, if we're not trading any clear POIs, we can just go ahead and take any order block and hope for that to be restricted. So let's actually take this position off and mark this OB as not respected. Right? This wasn't respected. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what market does after this. Like, we're stopped out of a 1:1 position right here. Let's see if we actually find any other POI off of this zone. So this was the last zone we're looking at. Let's see if there's any points of interest over here. We can see a point of interest here. But honestly, this would be the best POI according to me right now. But just to be on the safe side, I would take take this high as a part of it because I don't want to get stopped out early like we did prior to this. So let's see how this works out. We're just testing, guys. We're just trying to see if it's profitable to trade counter as well. As we can see, we tried to counter trade here. We got stopped out. So we lost 1% right here, assuming we're gonna risk 1% per trade, right? So, okay, let's see if we can actually trade this one as well. Stop loss right here. We can target this low again, because we're expecting price to retrace to that point. But honestly, we should be good as long as we hit that one trade per day, okay, which we got off of here. We got a 1:2 right here. Alright, let's see. Just give me one sec, guys. Bear with me. Okay, let's see if price actually ends up respecting this order block. So far so good. Market is retracing to our downside POI. At the same time, we can see that market actually created another Asian range right here. So we will be applying the same strategy that we tried here. So keep this in mind, guys. This right here, this right here, these two trades are my main model. The rest are hypothetical ones that I'm trying to see how market reacts off of, and then see if I can actually make a informed decision or a model out of those. So let's see. Okay, another Asian range right here. We're gonna wait for a body close below any of these extremes, either the high or the low, right? At the same time, we are also in another trade. Honestly, it would be the best confirmation if we were to close below this range, as we are already bearish on gold. Ooh, we did close bullish. Okay, that's a bummer. Okay, now that we did close bullish, I will be looking to categorize this in a certain manner to look for our next entry. Based off of this, I am getting signs that I should be taking an order block for an entry. So this is an order block that we could potentially use, but I see this order block as a more viable option. So let's see what we will be actually doing right now is place an entry over here or stop at the bottom, and then as always we will be targeting 50 pips. Okay, let's see how this position goes. Okay, we just broke gold to the upside, so we have to patiently wait for an entry, sadly. Okay, price seemed to whoa. Okay, we clearly cannot be taking these random order blocks out of nowhere. Like, the probability of market respecting those are highly to the downside. Market even didn't respect this structure. Well, I guess if we were trading based off of the higher time frame analysis, we would be able to get that, right? Like if we were to look at the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, we can see a fair value, a displacement fair value, then price respecting this fair value, and then going all the way up. Let's see how it looked on the daily, right? We can see on the daily that, yeah, price was going off of this fair value all the way to this target right here. So wouldn't have been the best trade to trade either of these order blocks. Okay, so that's informed decision. We can make use of higher time frame to make such informed decisions. Okay, let's go. Let's keep at it, because this fixed criteria we have right here, that works on its own. Okay, so it doesn't need a lot of tweaking for it to work. Let's see. I found something else to be interesting, right? Look, I was considering this whole zone to be the Asian range, and I was waiting for a break of this range. However, if we look into the box, only this zone was the one that's been ranging, and market actually broke to the upside of this range right here. So we could actually be looking to trade this order block after market left this space. So we would actually execute our trade right here. If we had done that, no, right here. Okay, we can keep that as a hypothesis. Look for internal range within the Asian range. Vivid range that does not encompass, that does not, vivid range that is lower, that is smaller than the time-based Asian range. So what we're saying is we are actually, wait, so a takeaway from this is takeaway, look for range within the Asian time and not the whole thing as range itself. Okay, that's a useful tip, I would say. Let's just keep that aside. We can use that as you know, we can use that as a footnote when we are done with backtesting this quarter of 2023. Hey guys, I really need you guys to give me a quick minute, okay? I'll be right back. Till then, you guys need to sit tight, even if you are there. So just sit tight, I'll be right back. Yeah, let's highlight that. Be right back, guys. Just need to do a quick shit. are back, guys. Just give me a sec. I was just looking at some controversial news about big tech companies. For instance, YouTube's algorithm was found recommending increasingly extreme content to viewers. Meanwhile, tech companies are still making billions. Big tech has no incentive to seek our trust, so how can we trust them with AI? This is not half bad. They speak the truth. Just give me a couple of more minutes, guys. Alright, guys, and we're back. Let's see. Let's get some music running.
All-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and
Let's go. Okay, we're still trading gold. We can get rid of WhatsApp. It's not showing up here. Alright, anywho, let's keep this going. So, if market doesn't really come back to our POI, then we can't really do anything about it. So we just have to patiently wait and see what market does. At the same time, market is creating another Asian range. Like, right, let's see if we can apply the last logic we found and see if it applies here. We are to look for an internal range within Asia, so I can see two things, right? I can see there's been a range here which has been broken out, taken out right here. At the same time, we can see another range right here which was also taken out. Okay, so based off of this liquidity that has been taken out, we can take a POI. Wait, just give me a sec. Ay, this is troublesome. Right? So based off of this, we can actually take our POI to be this block right here. I think this should solve all our problems if market breaks to the upside. I'm trying to be a bit more conservative right here. Okay, I guess I will take this to be the one. This looks pretty good to me. Okay, so once market breaks up, we can take an entry from here. Let's see. We're just trying to assume which one of the POIs that actually correlate here. So based off of this break, this is our POI, and based off of this break, this is actually our POI, or this. This is our POI. If you all want to dive into the details of how I am actually selecting these POIs, we can have a further chat below, like comment down below. I can hit you up, or maybe I can cover that in one of the next live sessions, so on. Okay, let's see which works out. So essentially, if we were trading this break, we actually did get into a trade already from here. Okay, got into a trade from here, stops here. We will be targeting 1:1 risk reward. Okay, and then off of this break, if we were to take that break, this would have been our POI. Our trade would have been from here all the way from down here, 50 pips target. Alright, let's see. So essentially, after we broke out of this range, like after we broke out here, we would be trading then after market comes back. So it broke, and then it look, it broke, came back, tapped, entry here. Okay, fine. But as per our original strategy, we still did not get the break, so we will not be looking at any POI. But based off what I've seen in the last, here, example here, and the takeaway that we noted down, based off of that, we could have potentially used either one of these two entries. So let's just check to see which one would have lasted. Okay. Okay, based off our original strategy, we actually got a body break right here, body close above this range. 207, so that means we're gonna be looking to trade an order block, which would have been this, essentially this. So based off of my original strategy, I would have taken this trade, but after market broke this high with a body break, right, then we would have entered the trade. So our original trade would be something like this. Okay, keep in mind it's the same as the one we took here, but this hasn't been tapped into yet. So let's see how that goes. I have two probable strategies here. This is my main setup, and these are the ones that I'm working on, two hypotheses. Let's see which one holds. Yep, we got triggered into this trade. Market doesn't look too strong. You guys see that I'm not looking into any other time frames, right? Because I am not trading either one of those. Like, I am specifically looking at the 15-minute time frame for this entry and for this setup. We don't need to look at what's going on in any other time frame. Granted, you could do that to further enhance this, but for now we're determining the base model, so we're not going to be looking at any of those. Let's see. At this moment, all three of our trades are active. They're tapped into, and the market is still reacting. Okay, that is interesting. And boom, all three of our trades hit the TP. So I'm not really sure how to how to interpret that, because our original strat gave us a take profit, our hypothetical strat based off of which we considered this break, Asian break, and then break of this range as well. We took two more positions, all of which ended up taking the profit. So for now, our main strategy works, our hypothesis works. It's just up to us right now to determine the internal Asian range after or during or while the ranges form and is being taken out. So this holds to be true, valid. Okay, let's move on. Now we will be waiting for another Asian liquidity to be created and manipulated, I guess, not respected. This was the break, and she was here. Okay. Just give me a sec, guys. Okay, market broke here, so our entry was actually here. Okay, I'm just keeping them noted out, so it's easier for me to recognize after I come back later on. Let's go. We are actually waiting for the next day's Asian session to form. We won't be looking to trade on any of these price action because we already got a trade for the day, which ended up taking our profit. So we're calm. We don't need to get distracted over any of this. Ideally, we achieved a profit of 1:1.2, so we're up by 1% on the day, and we're good. Okay, so there's actually one more thing we missed out. I missed out that in the same day, if market happens to close below the down range again, that is also going to be a trigger for another entry. So we can see that. Let's see what this classifies as. I think we will be looking at an order block for an entry. As we can see, we have this order block right here. We'll be taking this one, very extreme, and we will be looking to trade this order block. It's a short position. We will trade this for a 1:1 trade. Okay. Sure. So yeah, after structure or price broke to the downside of this Asian range within the same day, we actually got another POI, based off of which we will be taking another trade. We're hoping to get a 1:1 risk reward out of this, so let's see how it goes. Okay, market tapped into our entry. Let's see how market reacts afterwards. Hey, it could go either way from here. We can see the next day's Asian range is forming in the formation, and at the same time our trade is going to take profit soon, I hope. We can see that there's been an internal Asian range created here, which was further broken to the upside, right? So this was broken to the upside. Let's see if we're gonna use the fair value for an entry. No, we're still looking at an order block for entry. No plausible order blocks right here, except for the one right here. I will be taking this one for that matter. You know, just to be on the safe side, let's take this one and this one included. But like, we're gonna be taking one for now because we can't mix a lot of different ones as of right now. So based off of this, we will determine if we can do that or if we should do that. 50 pips. Let's see how this works. Keep in mind we're already in a trade right here. Let's see. Market actually ended up giving our profit, but not from the fair value. Wait. Yeah, it wasn't actually from the order block. It reacted off of this fair value right here. That's something to keep in mind. Okay. Noted. Okay, at the same time, Asian range is complete, and now we're gonna be looking to break either one of these extremes for an entry. We have a trade running from the previous day, keep that in mind. Did we break? No, we did not. Trading below again. And we hit take profit on the previous disk trade. Just give me a moment, guys. order block didn't prove to be valid, so that means we should be looking more critically at this internal range to determine an entry. For instance, if we had taken the fair value over here, then we could have rode this trade all the way up there, but like, yeah, this would have been our stop, but like, this would have been the entry, yeah, but like, we didn't really have any confirmation telling us to go for this fair value, so that's something we have to determine. Okay, let's put that out of the way. As we can see, we broke Asian range to the downside. We will be using our classification tool to see which kind of entry we're looking for. We're actually looking for an order block entry. We have to be critical while picking our order block for this one, because we might just miss out. So honestly, to begin with, I'm actually eyeing this order block right here, but I'm not sure if this is the best one. Let me analyze this critically based on the criteria I have. Yeah, honestly, I'd be a bit baffled right here, so I wouldn't look to trade, as I can't figure out a clear POI, because my classifications, they're telling me to pick out an order block for entry, but I'm unsure if I should be picking out this order block or if I should be going for the one above here, right? So I'm really not sure. So if we were to take this order block right here, I would originally prefer to take this one. If we were to take this one, and if we are to take this one, then we should be looking at this order block right here. This one. This one right here, yeah. So keep in mind, I won't be trading this, as I can't clearly recognize a point of interest. However, since we're backtesting, since we're watching this in hindsight, like, let's put some positions out and see which one plays out. So yeah, we can better clarify what works and what doesn't. This is one, and this will be another one. One is to one trade. Either it's a 50 pip trade or a 1:1 trade. Keep that in mind. Let's see which one triggers fast. Okay, as we can see, let's see what happened here. Give me a second, guys. I want to see exactly what happened right here. As we can see, this would have been our entry point. Market pushed down, taking our profit. What happened before? Did market give us our entry, or did market go to our profit first? We will be having to go down to the 1 minute or the 5 minute to get a better picture of this, but honestly, market's not having it. Let's play the candle to see which worked out for which. So the next candle, I think it took gave us our entry first, and then it went for take profit. So in that sense, we are pretty safe. Like, I can't say for sure without seeing the price action on the 1 minute time frame, but still, I think this was it. Let's see how the rest play out. If we trigger any of the entries above, we triggered this one. See if we can get some profit off of that. Yep, we actually gave a profit off of that as well. So looking at this from a further perspective, the day I was confused to take an entry between which order block to take for an entry, honestly, both of them played out. So yeah, I can't really make a decision off of this. Let's move on. Keep in mind we have some points of interest right here, which we will be looking to trade if the market happens to trade at this range, right below that point. Okay, we can see that market did create the Asian range, however it did not break. But something to notice would be this internal range right here, which market broke out of in this area right here. Alright, let's try to determine our entry for this zone. It's a fair value gap entry for this one. It's something I want to take a look at, that if we had any fair value entries on this day, which day was it? The internal liquidity. From which day did I start looking at the internal liquidity? Can you guys remind me? I think it was this one. I think there was a fair value gap somewhere here. Like price broke up. Those are fair value right here. You could have traded that fair value. Still not get stopped out. Okay. Okay, so insight. All 3 days that internal liquidity seems to use fair value gap for entry upon break. And we see this working out 3 out of 3 days. Like all the 3 examples we saw for internal liquidity, it worked out for those. Oof, that's a lot to take in because this wasn't a part of our original strategy, but these are the kind of findings that we essentially want to come upon while we're looking to trade the world market, right? There's one more thing that we can tap on we could add on top of this, not tap, which is true open. So this place right here, this is essentially the true open for the day. True open. What true open is essentially the second quarter of your timings. So if you were to divide the day into 4 quarters, the whole day, the sessions of the day, then we would look for true open in the second quarter, which is essentially the Asian session. Mama Asia. Okay, anywho, the true open here looks tasty because there was a fair value that we're looking for right around that. So we would honestly wait for a tap into the fair value and then also the true open. So where did market break out? Like here, it broke out right here from the true open. Then it tapped in again, probably closed below somewhere here, went up, tapped below again, probably closed somewhere here, and then we could honestly take a trade from the true open. So what we could have possibly done here is, remember how we take 50 pips or like wait, give me a sec. Use 50 pips or 1:1 as our target. This have been our trade. Yeah, this was our trade. We actually got stopped out before hitting the profit. Wow. And that's astounding. Wow, that's a bummer. I'm really unsure what to do right here because we could have used the true open for entry. Let's see if the fair value worked out right here as well. It did work out right here. Let's see if the fair value worked out here. Yeah, I mean these stops were put based on the fair value. This was the original trade, order block trade. But if we were to take a look at the fair value right here, where's Asia, Asian range, market broke out, there was a fair value right here. Market actually did take this fair value and give 50 pips and beyond. See, market took out this, Okay, 50 pips and beyond. Range for value. Did market respect the fair value? It respected the fair value while giving. No, it didn't give us a take profit while respecting this fair value. So I believe it should be a mix of both fair value. Wait, let's check this out. 50, 500, 50, no 50, no bueno. Let's see how much this trade would have yielded us. One is to 4 trade. Let's see where the true open lies over here, right? I'm sorry if I'm rambling all over the place, guys, and you guys don't quite understand what I'm saying, but I promise it'll all make sense if you choose to engage and ask me certain questions, right? So I can't really do anything if you don't ask questions. Just give me a sec, guys. Okay, let's go. Where's the true open for the day? Open right here. Fair value, tap into the fair value, tap into the true open. We could have traded the true open as well. Let's see if we would have gotten 1:5 trade based off of the true open. Open. Yeah, honestly, the true open strategy would have worked out right here. So let's look at the segmentations. We have internal, Asian, range, sometimes reacts and respects. Same time, after these conditions are met, after or during true open can be used for an entry as well. Okay guys, so essentially on our main trade, being trade, we're looking for 50 pips or 1:1 on our internal liquidity. We're looking for 50 pips or 1:1. However, on our true open, we're looking at a 1:5. So these are our criteria and conditions. Damn, nice. Based off of all of these, let's try to trade the next day, and this time take actual trades. Okay. I don't really want to be using this day as the example, so let's finish this one, because we already seem to like, if we were to take this order block, we would have tapped in right here. This is the order block we're looking at. What are we looking at? That was the range we broke out of. The order block would have been this. See, on this day, so on this day, market really didn't end up respecting the fair value that it created. We got stopped out. If we traded the fair value, but we traded this OB. Sorry guys, I think I caught a cold. Okay, if we had traded this OB with a target of 50 pips, let's see what would have happened. We would have tapped into the OB after the liquidity was swept right here, right? So we would have tapped into our trade right here. We didn't hit our stop loss, we hit our take profit, and the OB worked perfectly. But these aren't the kind of trades we're looking for. Like, we don't know when to take our values and when to take our OBs. So what are we gonna do there, right? Actually got a hypothesis. Let me see if this works. Worked out right here. Would have worked out right here. Would have worked out right here. Okay, this seems interesting. Okay, I can find some new drawings. Some new insight, I mean. This is number 4. Okay, house number 4 we have right here is just some identifications that we have. It's a lot because these are some new findings, right? So based off of which I have to internalize some things and trade the next upcoming week. So I'm actually gonna, yeah, let's test the next day and then I'm gonna take a quick break. Let's see which direction market breaks. See, we have a break to the downside. We don't. And we have a break. Yes, we do. So let's classify this real quick. We are looking at an order block for entry. Let's see what order blocks are here. I will not be taking this order block as this wasn't a momentum break. So I will be looking to trade this order block right here, based off of which I would have taken this one right here. Let's trade this. $50 pip target. see if this works. No, we did not tap into this entry yet. Ooh, we are about to, but we didn't yet. Let's see if the POI has been held properly, accordingly. Sorry, logger. Okay. We tapped that. No, we did not. Let's continue. We have two POIs, one on the upside, one on the downside. This seems very interesting to me because we're right in between both, and we already started creating the Asian session for the next day, and we tapped into this entry as well. Let's keep an eye out. The Asian range lasts for about 6 hours, right? This range that has been created here, this was for about an hour, roughly an hour. We broke out of this one, the internal liquidity, so we will be looking to trade this one right here, silver block. It was a big break. Honestly, I would love to trade a fair value on this one, so let's see if market creates one. It did create a fair value. So I would like to trade that fair value instead of this order block right here, which was the order block, this one right here. I would love to trade the fair value right here, irregardless of the entry I had prior to this. A 1:1 trade. Let's see what works and what doesn't. Honestly, in my mind, we could have both of these trades playing out. If this hit take profit and not give our hit our stop loss and then hit our take profit here, that would be ideal. But the market's not always ideal, so we got stopped out on this one. One thing we can do is recoup our knowledge on this trade. As we can see, this was a break. As for our order block, we chose this one, right? Yeah, I honestly think we couldn't have done any better in identifying this one right here. Or maybe we could have. Let's check it out. So we broke down here. We could have traded this order block. Took this order block. I would have taken this one. Interesting. Okay, there will be a bit of recouping here because I could have taken this. I should have taken this order block when it returned. I should have taken this one right here. I could have. I'm taking the order blocks from behind because it actually overlaps the one we have right here. We could have used that for entry from here. We could have hit our target right here. I get that. So based off of that, we shouldn't really have had any POIs over here. Our main POI should have been down here. Like, we should choose the closed ones. That's one. So we could have actually taken a trade right here, but we didn't, so we're not gonna place a position right now. Actually, let's put it because it's gonna be easier for identification the next time around we get here, right? So this order block was right here. We're gonna be targeting 500 pips, 500 not pips, stickers, which in return means 50 pips. This would have been the trade. Okay, on this day we could have traded this for value right here because this break we can trade for values or the order block right here, right? But we chose to trade it for value for now. We actually could have, we can actually not could have, we can take this one to be see another one of our POIs. We can take a trade off of this as well. Gold gives so many points of interest for entries, man. You just have to be able to recognize it. The market hasn't tapped into this yet, so let's see if we get our target here. Yeah, we met our target right here, all during the Asian. So we win those, we win those. Okay, market broke to the upside on the Asian. Main strategy, we were looking at a fair value for entry. So one of two, we can trade this fair value. Not really, it has been taken out. So as there are no fair values prior to this, we will be waiting for market to create one on the upside. So let's see if it does. Yep, there's a fair value left behind right here. We could be looking to trade this fair value. Let's see what the trade would have looked like, or the trade will look like. 50 pip target. Let's see if we get tapped in. No, we did not. Market ended up hitting our take profit without tapping us into the trade. It's fine. I still think we can hold on to the trade. Like, we can hold our POI. Did we get tapped in? No, not yet. Not yet. Okay, now we did. Let's see if market does respect our POI to give us a profit target. Nah, it did not. Okay, so what do we see here? Yeah, we got the classification as fair value. I think we should get rid of the classification system we use and rather focus on other things. Because if we had taken this order block upon the break, we could have traded this and hit our target as well. Anywho, we actually do have another POI here based off of this small time frame break. So let's see if that works out. Now you decide to hit my TP after you took my stop loss. Let's see what you do, big boy. We don't have any points of interest as of right now. We have some on the downside. This hasn't been triggered yet. We have this probable one that needs to be triggered or tapped into, right? Traded into. Also, we can see that this was a small Asian range created and then it broke to the upside. I would look to trade a fair value. At the same time, we have this block right here. We have this block right here that we can trade. Let's do this. Profit level 50 pips. Keep in mind that we're not really prying into the minor details here. What I mean by that is when market actually trades into these kind of POIs, you can look deeper into the 1 minute time frame and try to catch a trade there as well. Okay, keep that in mind. You can trade this first fair value gap as well, I guess. I'm guessing, I'm not sure on that one, so I'm not gonna be putting a position right there. Okay, we got into that fair value, tapped into it. Let's see if it does give us a profit target. The value, stop loss right here, 50 pips. Based on the classification, this could have been another entry. At the same time, you see a range here. Took the range out. Great. Creating another range here. Not sure if we'll take it out. This range was there for an hour approx, okay. Based off of which we can take this POI honestly. But would look for a close above this in order to trade this. So let's see. Okay, we hit our profit target over here. At the same time we close out of this as well. So we will trade this again. As always, 50 pips. We will wait for market to tap into this right now. Yes, sir. Let's see if no market ends up not respecting that. So we can see the internal liquidity here. This was the break actually, based off of which this would be our original entry, but market ended up disrespecting that, so we will not trade that anymore. Yeah, this was a bummer. I think this is maybe like trade one internal range per day, right? So let's see, we have some points of interest on the downside. So let's see if any of those ends up getting triggered. And it did. This got triggered, and we did end up pulling to the upside, like a huge close to the upside. That was a win for us. At the same time, market closed above the Asian range and with a very big candle. We will be looking to trade a POI around this range, right? And this would be our POI for this trade. For our next trade, we will be looking here. Stop loss. 1:1 profit target. Let's hit those. Whoa. Market actually flabbergasted our entry. I mean, look at that. Not sure why I took this one to be our entry point. This was a much better POI, but I hadn't really considered it since I should have. I honestly should have, because this was an extreme, right? So that's why I didn't want to consider this. But if I had, this would have been the entry. It's all about how you determine your POIs, right? That's name of the game. That's the game-changing factor. Let's see if this works out. If it doesn't, it's really fine. You can take some losses some days, which works out. Okay, we did end up hitting our TP. See, it's all about how you recognize these POIs that matters. So yeah, good luck guys. I will be taking a break right now. I'm not sure when I'll be back, but till then, stay safe, take care. I'll see you guys again.